December 27th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. A lot to talk about. A couple of brutal shots of Arctic air headed our way, and also some wintry precip prospects for portions of the region at times as well, including some ongoing as I cut the video this morning. I'll show you that in just a second. All right, there's the Beech Mountain Parkway cam. Another really cold mountain morning. 19 there atop Beech Mountain with the wind chill at 9. Ski resort area is doing better and better. And a lot of cold air coming, some natural snow at times, and plenty of, and really in some instances coming up for the next week, round-the-clock snow-making temperatures. Some beautiful mid-season powder and groomed conditions coming. There's the Greensboro Tower camera. Late during the 5 o'clock hour, temperature there at the PTI Airport 31 with a wind chill at 25. And for the Charlotte Dowd YMCA camera, there you go, looking toward uptown, temperature 35 over the airport with a wind chill at 29. All right, there's your highs yesterday. It was a cool weather day. Around the Triad viewing area, low and mid-40s, and around the Charlotte viewing area, 30s for the high country, 40s to around 50 elsewhere. I think comparable highs today before this big shot of Arctic air takes hold as we head into tonight. These are temperatures, again, just prior to 6 a.m. That's cold. Now, we do have winter weather advisories up in eastern sections of North Carolina. And the reason is a little bit of wintry mix, which I'll show you in just a second. Look at these actual air temperatures. It's 23 degrees below zero in Bismarck, North Dakota, 3 below in Chicago, 7 below in Minneapolis, 4 in St. Louis. And this cold air, the first of a couple of big-time shots of cold air that are just engulfing the eastern part of the country. Now, again, precipitation-wise, we do have a little bit of a wintry mix there. South of Raleigh, over toward Wilson, places like Kinston have had a little bit of a brief wintry mix this morning. Over toward Pamlico Sound, there, as you get, say, north and west of Kitty Hawk in that area, the northern part of Pamlico Sound, a little bit of a wintry mix this morning. Also a wintry mix in North Georgia, north of Atlanta, but North Georgia, North Alabama. It's been a little bit of a wintry mix in places like Tupelo, Mississippi as well. As this cold air is continuing to work southward, interacting with these southern branch disturbances. Now, that's the setup today, and you notice here on Futurecast, everything stays pretty far suppressed to the south. I'll show you the detailed modeling here in just a second. Today, that first system departing. For a lot of the Piedmont, it's a cool, dry day, and then this frigid air mass settles in. It's going to be a cold one tonight. There's your highs this afternoon, but then look what happens tonight. There comes this Arctic air, and it'll be coldest in the Piedmont, in the northwestern Piedmont. Look at these Triad area low temperatures, for instance, a really cold night ahead for tonight. And then it's going to be a frigid late December day tomorrow across the region. Look at these Thursday highs across the Carolinas. That is cold stuff. Friday, not a whole lot better. That next low pressure stays, again, pretty far suppressed to the south. And there's your Friday high temperatures. And then we gear up for another, even potentially colder shot of air early next week. Now, a lot of pieces of energy flying around in this pattern. This is the European model, and I know this is kind of a noisy chart here, but this is the vorticity, the spin in the atmosphere, basically, in the upper levels. Here's the next system trying to move in. Some of the modeling wants to amplify this more and throw that wintry precip in a more widespread fashion through the Carolinas late Sunday into Monday. Other models, such as the European, have been flatter with this. Now, there was no 0Z run yet of the European as I cut this video. There was a data outage, a power outage issue over the European Meteorological Center that kept that data from being distributed. But that was yesterday's European run. But, again, yesterday's run for the European kept things cold and dry. GFS has come back northward a little bit to some of its more recent solutions, which I'll show you here in just a second. All right, so let's get into it. And I'll show you the latest run. I'll tell you what, before I show you the latest run, let me show you the previous run of the GFS. All right, so this was the 0Z run Sunday night. There's your low pressure trying to take shape in the northern Gulf Coast. It kind of gets squashed to the south, and you don't get a lot of precipitation up into the Carolinas. However, the most recent run, trending a little bit back toward the solutions you saw with some of the previous runs of the GFS before last night. So this was, again, Sunday night, and then into Monday morning. Still not a lot of precip up in northern and central North Carolina, but it's definitely a trend in that direction. Let me see if I can get this to load for you here. This was the trend of the last, there you go, the last 4 GFS runs. And so this is the 12Z, 18Z, 0Z, and then 6Z run. And this is all valid early afternoon New Year's Day. So the runs yesterday pretty aggressive with the snow back at the interior Carolinas. The 0Z run squashed it, but then the latest run has come back to the north. And that's something to monitor. There's the snow chart, by the way, from the 6Z run, the latest run of the GFS. All right, so we take a peek here at the GFS ensembles. And you see a lot of the ensemble members producing some snow, some ensemble members producing a lot of snow at some point over the next week to 10 days. The Canadian model, it is suppressed with the system Sunday to Monday, but then it's actually, as we get into Wednesday, tries to pop this system, another little piece of energy. And again, the bottom line is there are so many pieces of energy flying around, and there's so much cold air around. I would be surprised if we make it through the next 2 weeks without some type of winter weather producing system. It's going to be a very, very difficult pattern for the models due to so many pieces of energy flying around it in the upper levels. But at some point, you have to think odds are something will amplify enough to throw some wintry precip into a more widespread fashion. And this was the 0Z run, but this was the ensemble mean snowfall off the GFS through Monday night. And then it was very aggressive with another potential system down the road next week. So, we'll see. But I don't want you to miss this. By the way, here's the Japanese model. It's being very, very aggressive with that early week system next week. We'll see. A lot of the models suppressed. A lot of the more reliable models have been suppressed. But I wouldn't completely write off that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time period just yet. And I don't want you to miss this, the cold air. These are high temperatures, the raw high temperatures tomorrow off the GFS model. There's the raw temperatures for Sunday's highs, Monday's highs, Tuesday's highs, and then there's low temperatures. We'll have a lot of teens for lows at times. Look at that. There's low temperatures Tuesday morning. A lot of cold air. Don't miss this. This is really brutal cold air that's settling in as well. All right, that's it for the latest edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay warm, and God bless.